Nice. Let me share it.
All right. Hey, hey, hey. Well, that's not good. Oh, the slideshow's not sliding for me. It's showing, it's just not changing for me. That's fun. All right, well, I gotta fix that. So, Devon, you wanna, you know what I haven't had you do in a while? Albuquerque. Okay. No, we're good. That was actually perfect timing. For me to fix the keybinds. So, yeah. Shall we get into it? All right. I also had your mic muted that whole time, so that sucks.
Just lots of slamming and no face noises. Good.
Yeah. Yes. But luckily you recorded that, so I can put it out as audio.
I did. It's all here.
So, yeah, that'll be an exclusive to our audio listeners.
Ooh,
why was Devon?
Listeners.
Why was Devon going around like a crazy man? I mean, I
gotta listen to find out.
Yeah,
go to Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, if we ended up on your Spotify Wrapped, that's impressive because we haven't really released much on Spotify this year.
Oh, did we not?
No, I'm still behind on updating the podcast feed.
Can't we see who's on someone's Spotify Wrapped? We always have a couple people, and I appreciate them so much.
You know, maybe we did get that. I need to check our email and see. But hey, let's not do that on the show. We'll do that after the show.
Fair.
Yeah, we're gonna get right into it here. Let me hit record. Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to You Have to Watch This Podcast. I'm Alan.
And I'm Devon.
It's been a few weeks. The holiday, the American holiday got us a little bit behind stuff, and
some Thursday in November. I don't get it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I believe I messaged you on Thanksgiving. Like, Ryan, happy Thanksgiving. Devon, happy Thursday.
That's all it was. I still had to work. It was weird.
Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about Devon's holiday movie pick, which might be the only holiday movie that we get to do on the podcast this year.
I better not be how that works.
Yeah, it might be. We're going to be talking about Holiday and Handcuffs, but because there's only two of us today, because Ryan's a little bit under the weather, we decided we're going to not just talk about that, because the two of us talking about ABC Family movie for an hour just sounds like it's going to put me to sleep. So we're gonna talk about some other stuff here too. So we're going to do an extended We Watch This segment where we talk about things we've watched in pop culture over the last week or two. I'm going to start us off. If you're a fan of the show, you know I like superheroes. Devon, we've talked about the CW shows before.
Oh, yeah.
The final DC show on the CW aired its finale last week, 2 weeks ago. Since we last talked,
final one?
The final one. Superman and Lois had its series finale.
Wow.
So this was the outlier from the Arrowverse, the final show that was on the CW, and carried over when the CW was sold to Nexstar, I believe, bought them.
I think the Onion stepped in about
the Onion, yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, InfoWars bought the CW. It's weird. But Superman and Lois aired its final season, and this is probably some of the best Superman that I've seen since Smallville, maybe even Christopher Reeve. Surprisingly, they did some really interesting things that I've never seen done with Superman before.
Well, you got to give me a taste.
So spoilers for Superman, the final season of Superman and Lois. This is the best adaptation of the death of Superman I've ever seen in live action. Because we've had a few.
Yeah.
Mainly Superman Returns and Batman v Superman / Justice League. Best adaptation of that. Best Doomsday that I think we've had. Most comic book accurate Doomsday by the end of it. One of the best portrayals of Lex Luthor that I've ever seen. I believe you met this guy. He was on The Walking Dead. He was killed by Negan.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he plays Lex Luthor.
He has red hair?
Yeah, he shaved his head for this.
A picture of me with him.
Yeah, he plays Lex Luthor in this.
Whoa.
And he has a vendetta out for Lois Lane, not Superman. Superman a little bit, but more about Lois Lane. So he's the big bad of this season, and they do some really interesting things with his character. The most interesting thing that they do with Superman in this, and this is the big spoiler, is he reveals his identity to the world. So weird. The people in Smallville start to figure out, Clark died, like Superman died, Lois got upset, and so did the kids. Like, so Clark Kent's Superman.
Great. Yeah.
He's there's a scene where he has to reveal his identity to a diner full of people, and it's one of the best Superman scenes I've ever seen in my life.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and it's really good. They do a good job with the Superboys, with Jordan and Jonathan Kent. They do a really good job with their story. And this show tells a complete Superman story, like from the begin, like does a great job with his origins. With like, if you go back to season 1, they show him in the comic book accurate, the first issue suit. He's like, thanks, my mom made it. And then they tell a complete story up until the end of his story as Superman. It's very well done. And I think they had more planned for the series, but with CW being sold, they were kind of canceled. But I will, this some of the best Superman that I've ever seen, even with the budget cuts and like losing half the cast this season.
So it sounds like they were able to actually like end it. Like they knew the end was coming and they wrapped everything up the way they wanted to.
They went into this knowing this was the final season. So they were able to wrap up loose ends. They kind of cut out all the regular cast. So like Lana Lang was a character in the show.
Oh, was she?
For the first 4 seasons or 3, the first part of the show. And then when they renewed the show, they cut most of the recurring cast.
Oh, wow.
They brought them all back as guest stars this year for 3 or 4 episodes each. So they're still there, but they're not there as much. Mm-hmm. So that was a little bit jarring, but I think if you like Superman, this is very, very good Superman. Even if you haven't seen the CW stuff, because this is so adjacent from that, because it's in its own world.
Oh, is it? So they don't they don't Arrowverse the ending. Like you didn't see him show up.
They didn't. They were teasing that there was a cameo, surprise cameo in this at the end, and the surprise cameo was like, oh, that's the cameo.
Who was the cameo?
Womp womp. Crypto.
Oh, that's really cute though.
And I was like, wait, who's the cameos? Oh, they're counting that. Okay, like I'm fine with that.
All right.
That works for me, I guess. But yeah, Devin, I think you should check this out.
Okay, no, in your lexicon of Superman stuff, right? Is this the thing you're most likely to return to?
No.
No?
No.
And is it because it's a whole TV season and, that's opposed to like a movie?
No, because I'm currently rewatching Smallville. Like Smallville is...
That's what you're returning to.
That's what I'm returning to. Like I'm rewatching that now. I'm in season 9, so I'm not in the good parts of Smallville. I'm almost to the end, but I'm in... This is a nice, refreshing take on the Superman story. Like there are a lot of odes to Smallville in this. Like, you could see this as they could have easily done the show with like the versions of these characters from Smallville if they wanted to. They didn't. But you would have like Smallville could not have had this last season. Like this is a very unique interpretation of Superman that I don't think we'll ever see again.
That's the part that really intrigues me, because I'm kind of the like opinion that like writing a good Superman story is rare because it's very hard for him to like have a bad day.
Yeah.
And I like that kind of stuff. And the fact that you said that he was forced to reveal his identity in a diner, I can't imagine how you'd force him to reveal his identity. Yeah. Like, I think that's a cool scenario to put him in if it's a believable forcing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very believable. I think I'll send you that scene if you'd like.
Yeah,
please. There's also a scene. It's gonna sound ridiculous, but I'm gonna spoil the scene for you too. So they do a lot of flashbacks in this season, just to like different moments. When when Lois found out he was Superman, and like it talks about their relationship. There's a scene where they reveal to Lois's dad, General Lane, that Clark Kent is Superman. So Clark is sitting there across from the desk with his glasses on. He's like, there's no way that you're Superman. And then he dramatically takes off the glasses and does this, you just see the general be like, Like it's super dramatic and it's so weird, but it also kind of works. Like it's not to the point. It's not like to Christopher Reeve level of like changing into Superman with the glasses.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. They did some very interesting things like to like play with Superman, like things you probably won't ever see again.
See, that's what intrigues me the most. Do something different with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I do genuinely want. And you said it was 5 seasons?
4 or 5 seasons. I can't remember which.
How many episodes per season?
This last season was 10 episodes. So
okay, hour per episode.
Actually, no, it was like 8 episodes. I think. Yeah, 40
hour
minutes.
With commercials or without?
Without, because you can watch it on Max actually.
Ooh, okay, yeah. I have that.
Yeah.
All right, done. This is great.
Yeah, especially watch that first episode. The first episode I remember being very strong.
Okay.
Because they could have easily slipped into like the Smallville thing of we're living in Smallville with teenagers who may or may not have abilities, and learning to deal with them. And they kind of did in some moments, but they did a good job of staying away from that too.
Oh, so, good. Okay.
On the other DC front, on Max, the DCU has officially kicked off with the first 2 episodes of. Why is it not sliding? Come on. Okay, hold on. The hotkeys aren't working like I want them to.
Oh no.
I know. I don't know.
I'm really worried about what you're going to say next, because if it is, I'm going to get really mad at myself for not knowing that this started up again.
I'm just going to do this. Creature Commandos came out. What did you think I was going to say?
I was hoping it was Peacemaker.
No, it's not Peacemaker.
Darn it! It's Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos, which references the first season of Peacemaker. This is the animated series that kicks off the DCU from DC Studios, written and directed kind of by James Gunn. This is the first entry into James Gunn's DC universe, like officially.
And they're starting it with a animated Creature Commandos?
Yes.
Bold move, man. How is that playing out for him?
Not well.
Oh, is it not good?
It's fine. It's weird. It's weird, but not like I feel like it's trying to be Doom Patrol, and I love Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling this. And it's only been 2 episodes. I'm just not it's
not
just
it.
I wasn't really that into it. I'm going to keep watching it. Like maybe it will get better because it was just a lot of setup, I think.
Okay.
It almost feels like it would be better as like not much happens in the first episode. The first episodes, they introduce the team and then they travel and then it ends. And then like the next episode's like, a little bit happens, but nothing that exciting. It feels like it would have been better as a DC Universe movie, like animated movie. So
do you think that was like too bold for them though? Like starting, because I still feel like, because aren't they going to go pivot to live action too?
Yeah. So the DC Universe is going to have live action and animated series interconnect. So like General Rick Flag is in this show, and he'll also be in the Superman movie that comes out next summer.
And also in Peacemaker? Didn't he?
Possibly.
Or are they undoing his death in?
Not that one. His dad.
Oh, weird.
So, so they talk about his son dying. They talk about the events of Peacemaker. So that stuff's all canon in the DCU. But like this, like the first Suicide Squad may not be. It's weird. It's very, it's like they're, whatever they talk about is canon. Whatever they don't talk about is not canon, I guess.
Fair. All right. Totally fair.
If they don't talk
it somehow.
If they don't talk about Jared Leto's Joker, he's not canon. So
fair. Also fair. Listen, as long as I get more Peacemaker, whenever I forget when that came out, but that was my favorite TV show that year. I will watch more. Like, this is the one DC property I am bought into, and I understand that the metaphor that he is tired. I don't care. Yeah. I want it.
I will say that the characters that I'm most intrigued with in this show, they haven't really highlighted that much. There's Dr. Phosphorus, voiced by Alan Tudyk.
Aw.
There's G.I. Robot, voiced by Sean Gunn.
Okay.
And then
Cool.
Frankenstein, voiced by David Harbour.
Frankenstein?
Yeah.
What is this show?
Creature Commandos, man. Frankenstein's bride is like a main character in it. Like she's on the Creature Commandos.
You know what? This almost feels to me like Guardians of the Galaxy in a way that like
a little
you
bit.
see it coming and you go, "This is really stupid. This isn't gonna work." And then like, James Gunn pulls it out.
Yeah, and I don't think we've gotten to the point where it's meshing with me yet. Like,
okay,
because the last two team things that he's done have been Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad. Peacemaker built the ensemble slowly, and I think that show really came together as the show went on.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the show does the same thing.
I genuinely liked the Suicide Squad though.
Yeah,
I know that's
did
probably
too.
like a not great hot take, but I thought it was a good movie.
I really did too. I enjoyed that one. I should have put the poster behind me to talk about this. Forgot I had
Dogma
it.
and it matches your attire.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just full Kevin Smith mode today. Like, hey kids, like,
spending a long time about the DC universe. It makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, so the premise of this show, because I didn't address that, is they can no longer use human inmates for Task Force X because Peacemaker and Amanda Waller's daughter exposed the Suicide Squad program to the government, so they can't use humans anymore. So what if we put a team together that's not human? So you've got a corpse, you've got the weasel, you've got a robot, you've got a fish girl.
And then the dad of the original leader of the team.
Yes.
I mean, you know what? Fine.
Yeah.
If it gets better, let me know, and I would be happy to watch
I will.
it.
I might have to. Like, I also like dozed off a little bit during these episodes, so I'm like, oh,
Sure.
maybe I need to give them another watch. But yeah,
you're trying way too hard for it, and I appreciate it.
I want it to be good. I support James Gunn's DC universe. So
You do? Are you excited for it?
I am. I'm all for anything DC. They need some wins. So
They do. They really do.
all right. The next thing we're going to talk about is one of your picks, Devon. Devon doesn't know. Devon doesn't know what pick we're talking about. So I'm just going to put it up on. That poster is very small. Maybe you.
I know exactly which one this is.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, talk to us about this pick.
So, what we're talking about now is Gladiator 2.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. What is it?
I should have let you go. Casa Bonita, Mi Amor.
Oh, okay. So this is Casa Bonita, Mi Amor. This is the documentary. I think it came out last year about the owners of South Park buying Casa Bonita and restoring it to its former glory.
Okay.
I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
That's fantastic. I need to watch this.
You do. Absolutely you do. It's on, I think it's on Amazon Prime or it's on it's on one of the streaming services, but it's so interesting because the part that I thought was really cool, because they do this thing where they talk about Casa Bonita up until that point. It got shut down during the pandemic, and then it essentially fell into a state of disrepair before the owners or the creators of South Park bought it again. And like they do a really good job of talking about like how badly it needed fixed, everything that needed fixed, and I love and find that part very interesting. But what I also found interesting was Casa Bonita has a lot of creative elements to it. It has actors there, it has show scenes, it has little vignettes that happen as you're there and eating, and it shows their creative approach to live entertainment, which was really cool. And I don't know, I was enamored with it from start to finish. I had it on as like background and stopped whatever I was doing just to watch it.
Nice.
I love it. Cannot recommend more.
Where's this restaurant?
Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
next
think
time
it's
you,
in Denver.
um, so we should next time you're in the States, we should go out to Colorado.
Yeah, it's in Lakewood, Colorado,
Okay.
and that's not far for us. It's a plane ride. Weirdly enough, it's next to a Dollar Tree, a Ross Dress for Less, and a Planet Fitness.
Okay.
So like, in case you were hoping it was like a destination other than like just a part of a strip mall, but like I gotta go. Like I have to go here.
Nice.
Yeah, I love
Um,
it. I love it.
very cool. I've been on a documentary kick lately, so I might have to check this out.
Oh yes. Give
So,
me give me a documentary. What have you been watching?
well, I told you about the Superman Christopher Reeve documentary that
Yeah.
is now on Max. So they just put that
Ooh,
on there this
shoot. Okay.
weekend. So, just a Superman binge on Max, Devon,
Oh,
is what I'm telling
yeah.
you.
I'm gonna have to.
So, all right, very cool. Next up, we have one of my picks. I started watching What We Do in the Shadows, the
You
series.
started watching it.
Yeah, I
I'm so
started it.
happy. I love
I'm,
this
I'm
show.
I just watched the episode where the one gets captured by animal control. So I love the movie. I
Yeah.
finally started the show, and I'm loving it so much. Like it's
I think
so
the show's
funny.
better than the movie.
Possibly, like
Yeah.
definitely a little bit. Like you get to spend more time with the characters, which I think is fun. So, and it's
Yeah.
not the archetypes that you see in films, like the
No.
movie does. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm excited to see where the show goes. But yeah,
Oh, please, please, please enjoy.
I'm
There's some great moments in that show that I cannot wait for you to get to.
yeah, but yeah, I'm excited to keep going with it. So yeah,
Nice. Oh, I'm happy.
all right. So I think we're gonna talk about one of your picks next.
Okay.
Because we're gonna start off like you did the thing. You
I did
understood
the
the
thing.
assign. You did the thing,
I did the thing.
and you gave into pop to social media and did Glicked. So we're gonna start off by talking about Gladiator 2 because I did not see
Yes.
this.
You didn't see this.
I did not see Gladiator 2. Last time there was a pop culture movie double feature thing, I ended up in the hospital. So I was like, I'm going to say, wait, I'm not going to get my hopes up for Glicked.
Good call.
I'm
Good
going
call. Good
to
call.
just go see the one and leave it at that. So tell me your thoughts on Gladiator 2.
I loved it. I understand that it gets crap. Like, and I understand why it does, right? The plot isn't like overly new. It's not doing anything insane. It takes a lot of like logical leaps in like its character's growth. I mean, there's a couple of like character growth moments that just don't happen. They're just like
Okay.
one scene, they're like, I hate this, and the next scene they're like, I love it now. And like there's almost no catalyst in between that, and that's a little bit like jarring. But look, man, I came to a movie to see Gladiator 2. Like I'm not expecting the best cinema here. I want to see Paul Mescal mostly shirtless, just stabbing dudes, and that's what I got, man. And I'm enamored with Rome and ancient Rome. I really like that. I think the guy from Stranger Things does an incredible job as like being like Mad Emperor, and I like that a lot. And also Denzel Washington in this is great. Like
Okay.
the acting in this is incredible. Some of the logical leaps they take are a little bit weird with his character, but like you can't tell me that any of the acting in this movie's bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot Joseph Quinn was in this, the guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But I did like I haven't seen much about this movie, like review wise. I just seen a lot of like the interviews for it,
Oh
where
yeah.
Denzel's like giving life advice.
Yeah, man.
And then like Pedro Pascal and Joseph Quinn like roasting each other on the red carpets because they were both in the Fantastic Four.
Oh right.
So you got Mr. Fantastic and Johnny Storm in here. So
I really like that. Listen, I like what they do a lot with Pedro Pascal's character and with Paul Mescal's character. I think that is the reason to see the movie.
okay. Do you think there's gonna be a Gladiator 3?
Nope, better not be.
I think there is going to be. I think Ridley Scott's going to make another one.
Where do you go with this?
Where do you go? Like, you could say the same thing about the first Gladiator. You have seen the first Gladiator, right?
Oh, I have. 100% I have. Okay. Yeah.
I was gonna say that was the second episode of the show back in 2016.
Who hadn't seen it?
Me.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you saw it.
Yeah. But okay. So, is this worth seeing on the big screen, or am I okay to wait till streaming?
You're fine to wait to streaming. I mean, there are some cool scenes, like where they flood the Coliseum and somehow get sharks in there. Incredible.
That's the thing they actually did, right? They actually flooded it?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely, they did not do that. There's no way they could have made that thing watertight. And then the fact that like great white sharks can just be swimming through it is insane. I want like an HBO Max series on how they got the sharks to the Coliseum. Like a full-on like drama on the sharks.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I started watching the Dune series. Like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Oh, is it not good?
It's fine. I'm just not that. I realized I don't really like Dune that much. Like, I don't need to...
Oh, no.
I think I'm burnt out on, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's 10,000 years before anything I care about. Meh.
That's Dune.
Yeah. So that's half a glicked, as the internet called it. We both saw.
You saw it too.
Wicked. Yes.
Yeah.
And now Devon and I are going to sing. What is this feeling? No, we're not.
It's been on repeat for me.
Yeah. It's just, I keep seeing it on my social media feeds. Like,
do you do the dance?
I don't do the dance.
No. All right. Well, it's just me.
I don't dance. Don't ask me. Yeah. What'd you think of Wicked?
I cried twice. I fucking loved it. I've seen the musical. It was better than I thought. I think this is gonna sound really weird, but like Elphaba is one of my favorite like movie characters almost of all time now.
So we did Wizard of Oz before this came out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go back and revisit Wizard of Oz after watching this?
No, because they kind of show you a bit of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
In the beginning of it.
Yeah, they do. I really enjoyed this too. I have never seen the musical.
Okay.
I have an idea of what happens next. In part 2.
Do tell.
Yes. I think she dies.
What?
I think they throw a bucket of water on her. Spoilers for The Wizard of Oz from 1939.
Did you like the scene where it started raining and someone held up an umbrella for her? It's like,
yeah. But I really enjoyed this. My Letterboxd review of this is the first one was better. Everyone a year from now. Because I really don't know how you top this. Like, this on all levels is an A+ for me.
Agreed.
I didn't know what to think of Ariana Grande before this, like as an actress, but I think she absolutely nails it. If she doesn't at least get nominated for Best Supporting Actress for the Oscars, like, what's the point?
Right.
Cynthia Erivo, like, is great as Elphaba. Jeff Goldblum is Jeff Goldblum.
It's perfect casting, man.
But
my goodness.
Yeah. The few musical moments I know were really good. Like, it.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough that people in the theater were not singing. So that's.
Me neither. No, they were all good.
Yeah. But.
What did you think of like how they tie the Wizard of Oz into this?
I liked it. I like I said, I know what happens in the next one to a point, so I'm very interested to see what happens with some people in
some characters.
Yeah. Bold move for the one character, I think. Like, oh, yes. Okay.
Agreed.
But yeah, I'm very interested to see part 2 a year from now. So
yeah, is it really a year?
Yep, a year from the release date of Wicked. So November 22nd, 23rd next year.
So I had exactly what you had about Ariana Grande, except I think I'm kind of dumb because every time she's been on SNL, because it's been more than once, she's been great.
Mm-hmm.
And like, why did I not think that would somehow translate to this?
Yeah, I I know she came up on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Sketch comedy is different than this. Like,
I can't think of a single bad Saturday Night Live
I
movie,
can't
Alan.
either. She's one of the better, like one of the best hosts they've had in a long
Oh,
time.
agreed. Completely agreed.
Like the Domingo sketch was one of the best. You've seen the Domingo sketch, right?
No.
Oh man, I want
I'm Googling it now to watch
yeah.
after.
So they make up a song that's a parody of Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter, and she has to sing in that, but she sings badly, which is like, and she nails that. Like she nails singing badly.
Is that with Charlie XCS or XCX?
No, there's another. They did a sequel to the Domingo sketch, and I was like, that's a little bit too soon to do a sequel to a sketch that just aired like last month. And then I read a whole thing on how Lorne Michaels does sequels to sketches, and how it's always 5 weeks. Like he won't let them do. Yeah, because even going back to like Wayne's World, it was the first Wayne's World, and then 5 weeks later they did it again. So he makes them space it out. So I was like, this seems too soon. And then as soon as I read that article, I was like, oh, I guess that works out. Like if that's the math, it works out.
Then it did it. Okay, I have it up. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to read it or listen to it.
But no, I'm excited for part 2. I enjoyed this.
I can't wait. It's great. It's great.
Yeah. I also realized after we did the Wizard of Oz episode that I have the Wizard of Oz soundtrack on vinyl that I should have put behind me.
That is so cool.
And I was listening to it. I was like, oh man, they actually put like a little bit of the film dialogue in here too. So
that's so cool.
Because you hear all the characters at the beginning talk about brains and heart and courage.
I like that.
And then it's somewhere over the rainbow, and it's actually kind of cool. But yeah, so Wicked Part 1. Yeah.
I'd watch it. I'd watch it again. I know it's almost 3. I know it's almost 3 hours. I'd watch it again.
Yeah, I'm excited for it to come out on Peacock. So
yes,
because if you didn't know this is a Universal movie, and Comcast has been advertising it like crazy.
Oh, have they?
Yeah. Like every commercial during the Thanksgiving Day parade was for Wicked. It seemed like.
I watched a bootleg stream of it. It was literally somebody with their phone up against their TV filming the parade.
Oh really?
I watched it until YouTube shut him down. It was great.
Oh man.
Solidarity, brother.
You should have told me. I would have just put it on our Discord.
Oh damn! I didn't think about it.
Yeah. I mean, no, we wouldn't.
No, never would. We respect broadcast rights.
Hi, FBI agent. So, Devin, you also watched a movie by Jonathan Glazer?
I did. I'm not even going to make this joke. I watched Zone of Interest.
Yeah. I want to hear what the joke is. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this yet. This is
this was good.
This is one of the Best Picture nominees from last year that I did not get to.
This won the BAFTA last year, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's good. It is really, it lives up to the hype. It does exactly the things that you want it to. It's not, sometimes things that are set in and around Auschwitz do this thing where they like, it almost feels like, you know how like in a car chase, right? In a movie, they have to like destroy the fruit stand. They have to, it doesn't do that. And in some ways you're almost expecting it to. And I like how it handles the subject matter, but I also really, really appreciate that the whole deal with the movie is that like it is so easy to take a look at the people that ran Auschwitz and did all these horrible things and go, I'm nothing like them. And then this movie goes, oh, you're exactly like them. They're just people, and we're just people, and they're just getting on. And like, what an incredible, powerful and heartbreaking thing. So I really, really loved what it did. Really not what I expected, but like it.
I'm losing you. Your connection got really bad there for a second.
Oh no.
Yeah. You sound really funny online. You sound like C3PO.
You sound like C3PO.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Goodness gracious me. I need to watch this. We will probably have to bring this up again around the Oscars.
We will.
Yeah.
We will. I'll make you watch it.
Yeah, and it'll be an episode where I don't crack any jokes probably. So
yes. No, we can't. Nope.
A very special. You have to watch this.
Yeah, no jokes. Hey, you're back. I'm back. We are back.
Are you back? You're frozen. Oh, there we go.
Hopefully, I was frozen in a weird way.
Now your lips aren't synced with your audio, so that's fun.
You want me to back in?
Yeah, let's do that quick. Please stand by. Hey, everybody. It's just me now.
What?
There we go.
Nice.
I love it when we both did the Max Shrek and Batman Returns before he pushes Selena Kyle into like
What a very specific reference.
Bruce Wayne, why are you dressed as Batman?
Why?
Love
a good walk in.
Was.
Oh. Are we?
Yeah, so that's the last thing I'll talk about. It's not a movie, but I saw the that image is bad too. I saw the Trans-Siberian Orchestra in concert.
It's so cool.
I'm not even going to talk about it. There we go. Let's put this back over here. Really cool to see in concert. Laser show. Lots of fun.
That's so cool.
Let's get into today's main topic. If you're new to the You Have to Watch This podcast, each week we make each other watch movies one of us has never seen. This week it was Devon's pick, and he made Ryan and I watch Holiday in Handcuffs. Ryan had such a bad reaction to this movie that he is out sick for the week. Thoughts and prayers go out to Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
And yeah.
So my movie that I had you guys watch was Holiday in Handcuffs, released in 2006, directed by Ron Underwood. It was written by Sarah Ensley, who has written for The Young and the Restless from 2018 to 2023, if that gives you any sense. Ron Underwood has directed the likes of Tremors, Mighty Joe Young, City Slickers, and Tales of the Walking Dead, as well as the Hawaii Five-0 remake. Again, just setting up pedigree here. And it stars Melissa Joan Hart and Mario Lopez. Yeah. Listen, there's a very specific reason I had you guys watch this movie. Because, yes, I understand that we live in a world where Netflix just dropped Hot Frosty.
Yes.
And I did not make you guys watch Hot Frosty. I wanted you to watch something in the vein of Hot Frosty. This movie is a Struthers family tradition. Every year, at least my sisters, if not my sisters and I, gather together, and this is the movie we watch every year. So, Alan, welcome officially to the Struthers family. This is our induction. Did you know this was a movie? Tell me about it.
I knew this was a movie.
Okay.
I have not seen this movie. What year did this come out?
2006.
So I had a good run. The poster, the cover art I did for the podcast this week is how I felt watching this movie. Like, why is
Devon dragging me through this?
This, like, if you gave me the title of this and made me write down what I thought this movie was going to be about,
you'd nail it.
I'd gotten most of it right, beat for beat. Or I also kind of thought that it was like a bounty hunter type thing where one of them was a bounty hunter. Yeah, it would have been. That's the one we should write.
That's it. It.
Holiday in Handcuffs 2. Bounty on Love.
Oh, you nailed it. Oh, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Shit. All right.
But it's still the same characters. um, this hits all of the same stereotypical Hallmark holiday made for TV movie cliches, like odd couple doesn't really don't really know each other at the beginning of the film, and then they slowly fall in love. The biggest problem I had with this is like there was a certain point where I was watching this, like I don't want them to fall in love. Like this is just such a weird situation for both of them. Like
yeah, it is.
It's not like, no, this is not how this works. Like don't fall in love with her. Don't fall in love with him. Like this
starts with a literal felony.
Yeah.
And he's dating someone else.
Yeah.
Like bad call, man.
Yeah, the whole thing is just. Now if I was in his situation and kidnapped, and the kidnappers presenting me as their boyfriend, I probably would have done the same thing he did, where I just lean into it and like make them fall in love with me that way. That way, when it all comes out at the end, there's nothing to like. They're on my side and not hers.
Oh, exactly.
Because that's a savage move.
He kidnapped him.
AC Slater still got moves. And then, yeah.
So if you can't tell, for those of you that don't know the movie, literally the premise of the movie is Melissa Joan Hart kidnaps Mario Lopez and drags her to the family house. Ryan has given me one piece of feedback on this movie, and I loved it. It was in a comment in relation to Melissa Joan Hart's dad in this movie, who is played by, by Timothy Bottoms. Credited as Tim Bottoms. His thing was, his comment was, I didn't know George Bush acted. Which, like, yeah, fair play, man.
I love the scene with the gas station attendant. Like, when they go back, when he goes back with the dad, and then he thinks that like there's weird stuff going on there.
Yep.
Like,
she bought fuzzy handcuffs earlier.
Yeah. Holiday and fuzzy handcuffs would be a different.
That's a whole other movie. It already exists. You just not looking in the right places.
I was fascinated by the mom in this.
Tell me.
Because I really thought she was like stoned the whole time.
Why?
Because she just said the most random shit. Like, it was so bizarre. Her behavior was out there, and it didn't, like, she was doing things that didn't make much sense in the moment. And then it's revealed that they're like having issues or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, it would have been more fun if she was just on drugs or drunk. Like,
I absolutely love like the artificial stakes the mom injects into the whole scenario. Like, all that's happening is they rented a cabin and they're spending Christmas in the cabin together. But in the beginning of the movie, she's like, don't forget, appetizers start at 6. Like, what does it matter if your daughter's a couple minutes late? She's spending the whole weekend with you. Like, has your family ever been like, you better come on time?
No, my family's notorious for not being on time.
Yeah, same for mine.
I'll throw my mom under the bus a little bit right now. On Thanksgiving, it was Thanksgiving at my sister's house. And the lunch was at noon. At 12:05, I texted my mom, like, hey, are you on your way? She's like, oh, I haven't left yet. I'm like, that checks out. So yeah, my family is not great at being on time. So I expect everyone to be late, or dinner. Like, we're eating at 5. We're not actually sitting down to eat until like 6:37.
Right.
Like,
right. That's when. Same. So here's the thing that I think is like bad on these people is I give a lot of like flack to the brother and the sister in this, because put yourself in this, Alan. You're at a family gathering. A sibling of yours, pick whatever one is your favorite, shows up with somebody, and that somebody goes, help, I'm being kidnapped. Your sibling is crazy. And your only response is just to go, oh, you little crazy. Are you immediately on your sibling's side? Because I like my siblings a lot. I would not be on their side in that situation. I'd have a conversation about who did you kidnap.
Um,
Like that straight up would not have worked on me.
what like this the kidnapping thing? Like
Little
you would have been
excuse that she gave.
oh
Like where she was like, sometimes, and this is just a silly thing, he likes to pretend like I kidnapped him. He thinks it's hilarious. That would not work on
yeah,
me.
it would
Not
not
even
work on
once.
me either.
No.
No matter how much my siblings, significant others try it, it
Yeah.
hasn't worked yet, and it's not going to.
Solomon, if you can hear us, I'll send help.
It's okay.
It's all right. We know.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah, that was like the one, that was like, think for me, the one lodge. I mean, fair, right? It's a Hallmark movie.
And that's such a weird thing too to do. Like sometimes does she present him as as her fiance?
Boyfriend. He got engaged later.
So you walk in, you're introducing your parents to your boyfriend, and the first thing you say to them is like, sometimes he likes to role play that I kidnapped him. So play along. Like that's such a weird thing to throw out there.
I want to do that to someone now. Can you do that to me? Alan, there are people in your life I haven't met yet.
Yes, there are.
Can you introduce me that way?
When can you get on the next flight?
I'll be there in January.
Huh?
I'll be there in January.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah,
oh,
seriously.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there for January. So whenever I meet a new person in your life, just be like, sometimes he role plays that I kidnapped him. And I'll play into it super straight and see what happens. Yeah. I want this.
I kind of wish you made us watch Hot Santa or Hot Frosty, but
I heard it wasn't as good.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things on it, but
yeah, I heard it was so like this one is at very least like notoriously internet bad.
Yeah,
like once every couple of years, like a YouTuber will find it and they'll go, guys, it's a Stockholm Syndrome the movie, and like yeah, man, you get it. Like that's kind of the point of the movie.
It is the point.
It's like a classically bad movie.
Yeah, and there's nothing like I like Melissa Joan Hart in this. Like she's fine.
Yeah.
Mario Lopez is playing Mario Lopez.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, the ABC Family isn't really notorious for these kind of movies.
Are they not?
I don't think so. Like I think they air them, but I don't think they. At least I haven't watched ABC Family in at least 10 years. So.
Oh yeah.
I think it's called Freeform now. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I think the last time I watched ABC Family, because didn't they used to do like the 24 Days of Christmas?
25 days of Christmas, 31 days of Halloween.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah.
That was the last time I watched them.
Yeah. I think they still do that. It's just I don't have cable because I'm a millennial in 2024.
It's fair. That's fair.
But I think I know what we're going to do next week.
Ooh, tell me.
Not Hot Frosty.
Damn it. Okay. I'm watching it on my own then.
I'm going to too. Like that's on my list of things to watch.
Good.
It's called A Clusterfunk Christmas.
What?
It is a parody of bad Christmas movies.
Oh.
And it stars names that you should know.
Okay.
Rachel Dratch and
Aww.
Anna Gasteyer.
Anna Gasteyer, I don't know if I know.
She's the Shreddy Balls sketch on SNL.
Oh, is it her?
It's not Molly Shannon. It's the other one.
Yeah, the other one. Yeah. Oh, that's very cool.
So this came out in 2021. Yeah. So it's a few years old. I thought it was more recent, but I've been wanting to watch this. It's on Paramount Plus, so I think that's going to be the pick for next week.
How did I miss this? This is incredible.
Yeah. So I'm going to balance the scales a little bit.
Perfect.
And take things the other way with a Christmas movie that doesn't take itself as seriously as this.
It's so funny. We were thinking about this, and I was like, well, we're going to watch Christmas movies on the run-up, right? And then I was like, we've seen them all. And, like, I never knew this existed. This is great.
Yeah, and it's something new for me, too. So, yeah.
Ah, cool. cool. I can't wait to watch
it. It was like this or Polar Express. So
I want to sleep at night.
Yeah,
Please
me too.
not Polar Express.
Yeah. Yeah. That's anything else on Holiday in Handcuffs?
No, man. Did it make your holiday rotation? Are you
No.
gonna watch it every year like we
No.
Struthers do? Get
No.
out. Leave. You're wrong.
What else is in your holiday rotation? Is it just this?
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yes. That is correct.
That's the big two.
Do you watch the extended version?
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay. On Disney Plus, they have the extended version with the deleted song.
I've been evangelizing about it to everyone I know. I just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. I'm going to watch it on VHS this year because I bought the VHS at a Goodwill.
Cool.
Are
you going to connect it to your projector too?
No, we got the CRT TV in my guest room, so we got the futon. So I'm just gonna.
That's the dream, man.
Yeah. My nephew loves Home Alone, and my sister said sent me a Snapchat of them watching Home Alone 3. I was like, stop there. Oh. Like, that one's acceptable. But there are no more Home Alone movies. Don't show him the rest. So I need to watch Home Alone. I also have both of those on VHS. So like, I'm just gonna go full nostalgia and like Christmas Eve probably just be in my guest room watching all the Christmas movies I have on VHS.
That sounds awesome.
So
Ramon and I are doing something similar. We're picking a movie franchise and binging it this year for Christmas and Boxing Day.
Do you know what movie franchise?
Open to suggestions. We did Hunger Games last year, so our bar's low.
Okay. Ooh. I'll have to think about this.
Yeah.
Are you open to... does it have to be a new one or one that you've seen before?
It could be one that we've seen before.
I'm trying to find one you haven't seen.
Because I was thinking, I mean, we're moving in like either a direction of like How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
So now the live action one's coming out soon, and that actually looks pretty good.
I haven't seen that, so save that for the podcast.
You haven't seen that?
No.
You're really good.
I'm trying to think. What's a good franchise for you to watch?
Transformers.
I've been telling you to watch Superman all day, so maybe just do all the Christopher Reeve Superman movies.
I don't think it's me you have to convince for those.
Okay.
I don't think Ramon will be into that.
Okay. Oh, the Ocean's movies.
Oh shoot, that would be really good.
All 4.
Yeah.
All 5.
Start
with the Sinatra.
Oh yeah, start with the original.
Start with the original and then watch all 5 movies. Yeah.
I'm gonna pitch that one. That is a really good franchise. Yeah. That is all right. Good call.
Do you need one more?
Ooh. Yes.
You need one more? I can give you one more. Yeah.
I think we need one more.
That or do. I have another one, but it's only 2 movies, and I'm going to make you guys do it on the podcast.
What is it?
Grumpy Old Men.
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, you know what you do? This is out there for a franchise, but stay with me. Okay. Watch every movie based on an SNL sketch.
That's really good, though.
So you got Blues Brothers, Coneheads, Wayne's World, Wayne's World 2, It's Pat, Night at the Roxbury, MacGruber, Superstar,
Master Disguise.
Not based off of a sketch.
Is that not based off a sketch?
Yeah.
Oh. National Lampoons? Is that that?
Nope. No. That's National Lampoon.
Oh.
But there's a lot of SNL movies that you can, and they're usually shorter. So
that would be a good one though.
Yeah.
Oh, Saturday Night. I don't know that one. Never mind.
Oh, and End It With Saturday Night. That's the behind the scenes of the first episode of SNL.
I really want to watch it. Did you watch that?
I did not. No, that's high on my list of things I need to watch before we do our end of the year show.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Because I think that's going to be the following week, or the week between Christmas and New Year's.
Oh yeah.
But
we'll see. We'll get there.
We'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah. So you're gonna take those ideas back to your wife. I'm 100%. I'm going to stick to my plan of just watching VHS tapes that have Christmas themes.
I love it.
And go from there. But
cool.
That's all we got for You Have to Watch This podcast this week. Join us next week where we talk about A Clusterfunk Christmas. I am going to be buying a Christmas sweater for next week's episode. So,
ooh, I'll bring mine. I'll wear mine.
I found one at Target the other day. I was like, oh, I'm coming back for that. So, until next time, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and for you have to watch this podcast, I'm Alan.
I'm Devon.
And we will see you next time.
Later.